Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Casper, the Boy Diviner, and today I wanted to show you the Green Glyphs Tarot deck. So there has been the Oracle deck that I've walked through, the Rune deck that I've walked through, and I own the original Lenormand, so I didn't buy the new one. If you want to see that, it's a really old video, I'll try to link it up here. But today I wanted to show the Tarot deck. So I backed their Kickstarter. This wasn't given to me for free, so this would be a very objective review. And honestly, I prefer tarot decks that are a bit bigger, but I know that the intent behind the Green Glyphs collection was to create a mega deck, so I totally understand why this is this size. At the same time, I'm not intending to create a mega deck. Firstly, my Lenormand is not the same cardstock. It's the rose petal finish, which I really don't like. And honestly, I don't think I'll be able to read the Oracle and Rune together. I didn't buy the huge book that has a section specifically about reading it as a mega deck. So those are some of the things that I don't have. Okay, let's take a quick look. The world is infinite and yet incredibly small. It contains everything we know and all we have yet to know. May these cards reveal the universe unfolding all around you, and may these cards teach you all that must be unlearned in order to move through time with an open heart and a ready mind. Okay, so James R. Eads has beautiful language. All his things are done really well. Same complaint as the others. I do wish there was a smaller tub box so I could just bring this around without having to bring this huge box. If you do just want to bring this around, I know he has pouches. At the same time, I couldn't cough up that additional amount just for those pouches. So I really wish there was some paper covering. I don't know how much more expensive it would be, but yeah, this is just my own kind of hang-ups with no tap boxes and these kind of huge boxes with inserts nowadays. I don't think I'll go through the book like the other two, just because oracles and runes are new to me. However, tarot has been quite a mainstay of my life in the past maybe 5-6 years. I don't even know how long I've been reading, but it's the same aesthetic. He also provides the reversed meanings. I also mentioned in another video that I stopped reading reversed. Let's have a look. So you can see here there's a bit of a defect, right, on mine. I don't know what this shiny part is, but yeah, I think maybe during what's that called, during delivery, something pressed against this card really hard. At the same time, it is a beautiful deck. It is very aesthetic, especially in the Green Glyphs aesthetic. I like it a lot. So in the Lenormand, I think he says the yellow are like positive, red is not, and there's cute little glyphs for each tarot card. So that's beautiful. The Fool. I know in the suits it gets a bit more difficult to read because it's not the traditional RWS. So maybe I'll pause there when those comes. But I think all these are pretty traditional. The Magician, no table this time. The High Priestess with the 2 pillars and the moon, beautiful, with her Torah here, or Rota, or the Empress with the traditional shield. She's floating above above her throne. That's really cute. The Emperor, really interesting. Here's a crystal ball. The High Priest. I miss the Supplicants. I do like the Supplicants. I do think there is some sort of constellation there, right? Okay, the Lovers. I like how ambiguous the figures are. The Chariot, very cute. I'm not a big fan of bicycles as chariots, just because number one, I don't ride a bicycle, so I don't know. But number two, it reminds me of the Marigold Tarot, where the skeleton is riding the bicycle, and that really takes me out of that tarot experience. Strength, an elephant pulling against something. So again, this all forms a huge panorama, I think. So you can see that the Chariot is being led by the Strength card. But I'm not going to show you the whole thing, of course. I'm just letting you know that, if you place it all side by side, you will see that they all line up, which is a beautiful idea that came from also the Prisma Visions that he created, the Hermit. I believe the Cosma Visions also do that. I have the Cosma Visions right there. It's an Oracle deck that I haven't used much. I'm hoping to get into it again. Anyway, the Wheel of Fortune. I really like this Wheel of Fortune. It deviates from that traditional wheel, but there is that sense of movement here. Justice, very cute. This reminds me more of Judgment, but I can see why Justice with the scales. The Hanged Man. Very cute. There's a water balloon of some sort. Death. Temperance. The devil. This is so cute. The tower. I love this. So totally uprooted. The star. So instead of the static star, now it's a shooting star. The traditional woman is not there any longer. The moon. The sun. Gorgeous. Judgment. This feels very tower energy for judgment. So let me just quickly look at the guidebook. Common sense discernment, higher self, spiritual awakening. Yeah, a deafening crack of thunder. So okay, I do see that. So the kind of spiritual awakening. Whew. The world. I do miss the four corners, you know. But this works. This is the world. The Ace of Wands. The Two of Wands. So these, I believe they line up as well. The Three of Wands. This reminds me of the Wild Unknown Three of Wands, because when I first got that deck, it was a bit hard to read. So to be honest, this symbolism, this art, isn't particularly inspiring. If as a beginner, I wouldn't be able to read this. So I'm not sure if this deck is the most beginner friendly. I do believe if you want a more beginner deck, you should get his Prisma Visions. That is a perfect beginner deck. Four of Wands, very nice. Very, very nice. I do see that kind of party. Five of Wands, this is interesting. So it's two spellcasters fighting. Six of Wands. I don't see necessarily that, you know, that victory here. I see more of a passing of the baton. So let's check the guidebook to see if, you know, I've misunderstood anything there. It feels like a passing of the baton. Okay, recognition, success, praise, confidence. So it is still the traditional Six of Wands, but you know, maybe this is more like congrats, you have won, like RuPaul's Drag Race, you know, when they get their scepter. So I'll try to see it that way. Seven of Wands. This makes me think of inner conflict, where I often see the Five of Wands as inner conflict. I see the Seven of Wands as external conflict, but here I see internal because it's happening inside. The Eight of Wands, which is speed. I don't necessarily see this as speedy. That is so interesting. This is what I mean by I have seen some walkthroughs of this deck when I bought a Kickstarter, but that's 1 year ago. Propelling forwards, helping with progress, passing along knowledge. So that's a bit interesting. So it's more of the message that, you know, that something Eight of Wands can represent the message that comes. Okay, so that's interesting. Yep, the Seven of Wands is a bit different here as well. Like I mentioned, new challenge. I don't really see that as starting over, that the one being destroyed. So there is a story, I guess, and if I read through, maybe this will help me understand it a bit better. Because Six of Wands, they pass that scepter, the scepter is broken. Then Eight of Wands, they are passing on their broken fragments. And then the Nine of Wands, which is typically more of like you know, like defensiveness, fighting a war, being tired halfway in the journey. This is more Eight of Pentacles energy, where they're repairing that wand. And then we're back to the traditional Ten of Wands again. Very nice. Page of Wands. The Knight of Wands, very cute. The Queen of Wands, I love this depiction of the Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. Funny. So that's the Wands. So let's go to Ace of Cups. So I think elephants are kind of the theme of the cups. The Two of Cups, very nice. The Three of Cups, that family kind of thing. So they don't always line up. Just want to let you know. The Three of Cups. The Four of Cups. Being left behind, it seems. And the Five of Cups, after being left behind, that sadness. I don't really see the Four Cups of being left behind. I see it more of leaving an opportunity or not seeing the opportunity. But here it does feel like, you know, abandonment, loneliness, feeling numb. So that's not really the kind of traditional Four of Cups that I kind of associate with. These are the deviations in the Green Glyphs Tarot. That's so interesting. Okay, the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. The Seven of Cups. This isn't the choices that, you know, we often see, or the options, the illusion. This is really building on something, you know, careful balance and Just wondering why the cards are so different from what I'm used to. Clarity of purpose, the second wind, making decisions. So it's a more positive kind of spin of the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Cups, which is not the leaving behind kind of feeling again. So I think I do really have to dive a bit deeper. Escapism, losing faith. He's dreaming, that's why he's escaping. However, I do see the Eight of Cups as a positive card where you know where you need to stop. You know this is a toxic relationship you're leaving, something you have built halfway because you know it's not good for you. In this case, that kind of interpretation is blaming this poor elephant for not, you know, for trying to leave or trying to escape. I don't know if I jive with that, but let's just go through it. The Nine of Cups. Honestly, out of the three decks that I talked to today, right, the Tarot was the one that I was struggling whether I should actually back or buy, just because I love the imagery. I just don't know if I agree with all the new interpretations that he has inserted into the Tarot. Not saying it's wrong. It is a personal project. I just don't know if I can read those cards. The Nine of Cups. This is a beautiful card. Ten of Cups. Also very beautiful. Seeing themselves. You know, you can be your own family. I like that. Harmony, alignment, bliss. Okay. Page of Cups. Very cute. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. I don't have any comments on those. The Ace of Swords. There's a story behind this one. I think something about a star or something. Yeah. The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. Okay, this is great. The Four of Swords, some sort of rest. The Five of Swords, fight the moon and the sun, it seems. The Six of Swords. The moon is dead or something. I'm interested to see the guidebook. See, the sun has come down to blame. In heated emotion, he has killed the moon. So regret, cause and effect. Interesting. Seven of Swords. Oh, the moon is back again. Seven of Swords. Isn't it more of a betrayal, trickster kind of energy? So I'm just, you see, again, I'm just trying to figure out a trickery, impersonation. Oh, the sun decides it can be both the moon and the sun. So it is a trickery. This is the sun trying to be the moon. And then the Eight of Swords is good, yeah. This is a good depiction. The Nine of Swords, that kind of anxiety is shown here in the red. And then Ten of Swords. Very good. Page of Swords. So this is a continuation of the story, it seems. The Nine of Swords. Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. That's interesting. Let's quickly take a look at those court cards. Okay, Page of Swords, New Hope. Okay, Knight of Swords, overworked. Very interesting. I don't see the Knight of Swords as some of these. Queen of Swords, yes, great. King of Swords. Okay, let's move on to the stones. So in this deck, I feel like the stones are a bit watery, which is a bit interesting. That was another reason. I love the fish that are from the Lenormand as well. Ace of Stones. Two of Stones. This reminds me of Everything Everywhere All at Once, where the two stones are actually talking. Three of Stones. Building together some sort of foundation. The Four of Stones. I do see this more stability. I'm not sure why it looks like that. Overindulgence, okay. Self-preservation, yes. I do see a self-preservation. I don't really see this in the original RWS as well. The Five of Stones, yes. This is a good depiction of the Five of Stones. Very traditional. Six of Stones. Interesting. I feel like Six of Stones are like an exchange, right? I'm trying to see the exchange. Maybe it's about the waves, you know. Yeah, so there's a bit of a difference. Giving back, accepting charity. I think the story is really important. So like the Bhutan Tarot, if you don't read the story, you don't get it. And this is why maybe that's a disjunct for me. And I hope you know, I need to spend time to read this. I've taken a few days off from work just so I can film these videos, you know, and especially pack up my room. It's a mess. So I hope I have some time to actually spend reading those stories. The Seven of Stones, very cute, the Hermit Crab. Eight of Stones, beautiful. This is a beautiful card. I just don't know what it is. Is it the stones they built themselves up to be an island? Is that the kind of diligence that is in there? The Nine of Stones making a home. Very cute. I like this. I do like the imagery of this because Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards in every deck. The Ten of Stones, building something, generational wealth. Page of Stones, very nice. The Knight of Stones, very cute. So there's a lot of water images here. You see the Queen of Stones and the King of Stones. Okay, a beautiful deck. Just, I think I need to put some effort into learning this, and I don't know if I have time to actually do that. I've been applying a lot of my own meanings to you know, the meanings that you have gathered along the years, and then you look at the new deck. They're supposed to open new possibilities for you. Whether they can is a question in itself. I do hope this deck opens those possibilities for me. Otherwise, it'll be one of those decks that I own and I don't use. I've been trying to sell some of my older decks at a new tarot meetup that I've started going. Let's wish me luck. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. I know many people have done this. This is just my take on it. Thank you so much for staying to the end, and you have a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.